Derek Moneyberg here. You're about to download some key money-making philosophies in your head with this next lesson. And once you do, go to moneyberg.com and let's accelerate your success even faster. But the money is a fucking idea and some execution. The money is a reflection, your net worth is a reflection of how much fucking value you've contributed to other people over time. The biggest, except for like third world fucking, warlords, except for people that took over a nation militarily and stole the wealth, with the exception of those people, the wealthiest people in the world tend to be the people that contributed the most to the world. You know, so if you want to really feel like shit, some of you, and say, think about your current net worth, and if it's not as big of a number as you'd like, it's because you didn't do enough, motherfucker. It's because you could have fucking done more, and you chose not to. And so those 1,000 times a day when you could have said, oh, just one more little business action, one more little thing, one more little phone call to help a friend, one more little text message to answer my buddy or my client's question from earlier. You know, that one more little thing before you go to bed, one more set, one more little thing. I mean, you just the real victory or failure in my mind. I'm curious your opinion on this. The real victory and failure in my mind is that those 1,000 little micro decisions that everybody makes every day is, if 18 of them are just procrastinating the same topic of like, oh, should I do the thing? Oh, later. And then it comes back in your head later. Is that clutter? Then the 18th time you have that thought, what if you just did the thing the first fucking time? What if you just did the fucking thing the first fucking time? You decide, oh, I'm supposed to go to the gym? Yeah, let's go. Put my fucking shoes on, I'm going to the gym. So, oh, I'm supposed to return have that uncomfortable phone call? Yeah, let me get that done right now. Let's get that out of the way so I'm not thinking about it today. So I don't allow it to be a distraction. So, oh, my fucking loser friend is texting me and wants to, hang out and do not much. And now let me just tell him right now, no, I'm busy, I don't have time for that. So, no, I can't, sorry, busy. Give it to the word sorry even. In your second rendition, give it to the word sorry. So, nope, can't, busy. Don't even apologize for it. So, nope, busy. Are you sorry you can't be a bigger loser yourself? Then don't even apologize for it. So, nope, can't. Nope, not on the top of my to-do list. Nope, that's not gonna help me accomplish one of my most important goals. Not gonna help me accomplish the most important goals I'm focusing on. When you have so much fucking money you can't spend it in your lifetime, it's just unlikely to spend it in your lifetime, go chill then, guys. When you have so much fucking money that it's just like, go chill then. Go chill then, then you can relax. Don't worry about that right now. Yeah.
Carlos, I'm just going to direct this towards you. Like, could you comment on maybe like what society was like as you came up? That maybe things that are more stuff that we're blasting through right now just because of the times that you didn't necessarily have to think about just because they were different maybe or something like that.
So interesting question. That would be a long conversation. I'm not going to keep you, but it's something to think about. But there was probably way more issues that we had to deal with that were just sheer ridiculous to you now because you have access to things that we didn't. So life was actually more challenging. I mean, it was less efficient. I couldn't ask Siri what the weather's gonna be like in New York on Friday. It's just a dumb example, but it's nice to be able to ask her when I'm running, what's the weather gonna be like in New York on Friday, so I know what to pack. I don't have to think about it, you know what I mean? It's just one thing, but cars are so much better today. I used to drive around in cars that were unsafe, we didn't wear seatbelts. I mean, there's just a lot of things that are probably better today than then, so you asked a question, I'm gonna tie it in to his, but and he referred to it, but, and then to your mental clutter thing, not just in business, because you asked specifically in business, but there's so many things that transcend industry lines, right? Whether it's business or law or health or dancing or having fun, whatever it is, had this conversation the other day is we all have friction, right? What's the friction that I have to get to the gym on Thursday? Well, I'm gonna be in New York, I'm not gonna have the right shoes, I don't know if there's a gym, I have to meet this guy for breakfast really early, am I gonna wake up on time? That's just an example. But we all have little things that cause friction. And then they get in the way of our success, right? Whether it's you wanna get that good workout in, you wanna kick this guy's ass, you wanna make all this money in your business, or you wanna just run an amazing organization, right? Which should be really a big goal is, kind of Sometimes the money also gets in the way. Well, I want to make this amount of money. Well, what does it take to run an amazing organization? Because if you have an amazing organization, the money's probably going to come, right? So sit down, or when you're driving or when you're on the train in New York City or whatever every morning, it says, well, just try to think of 3 or 4 different things that might cause you friction. Get in the way of you becoming successful that week or that month or that year, and what can you do to reduce your friction so you can become more successful, right? So you can just glide through shit, and it'll happen. Ask yourself how I can glide through stuff better and get these things out of my way so I see the clear path. If you just devoted 10 minutes every week for the next 5 weeks, once a week, 10 minutes, of seeing how you can reduce certain frictions in your life, whatever it is, personal, whatever it is, and see how you can get rid of them, I bet you 3 months from now you'll start to see some success that you had not seen, right? Whether it's business or not, whether it's 1974 or 2020, right? We all had it, we all have it. But how can we be proactive about getting the friction out of our way? Sometimes it's asking the right guy, hey, I have this. This is basically just mental clutter. This is friction. This is something that's in my way. Sometimes it is tough to get over. I mean, I don't know what I would do if I was in Venezuela right now. It's a horrible situation, right? I mean, but somehow you got to find a way or you're going to die. So we all had it. You got to find a way to make it so that you become more efficient and better. I'm gonna tell you one funny story and one that kind of relates to me, but talking about, I think when you have these conversations with yourself, you're taking these notes is, we all wanna take a leap. We all wanna leap forward. We all wanna make progress that we haven't made before. I don't know if I told this story before, and I don't even know if it's in his book, but one of these authors that I've talked about that I've met tells this story. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to figure out, I think you're going to figure out who wrote the book, but supposedly it's in this person's book. This guy's world famous. And he's hearing the couple next door. He's a child at the time. Now he's older than all of us, but at the time he's hearing a couple fight. And I'm not here to offend anybody, but the husband wants oral sex from his wife, right? He wants her to give him head. And she says, I'll give you head when that boy next door, she says the name, walks on the moon. That's when I'll give you head. Well, supposedly he has this in his book. That was Neil Armstrong that heard that story. Right? So somehow that takes me back to, that self-talk, the self-fulfilling prophecy. I believe in this stuff, and I think that you tell yourself what you want to accomplish. Sometimes don't sell yourself short either. I'm guilty of that. I think I sold myself short sometimes. Sometimes I didn't believe that I would be able to accomplish some great things, and I kind of maybe settled for less, and I kind of I shouldn't have done that. I probably should have set my goals higher. Because every time I set goals, another great coach that won championships was Bill Parcells in football. I've heard him speak. He says, you better write a list every day. That was his recipe for success. He wrote a list for himself every day, and he swore by it. And you know what? You can't argue with the guy's success, but you tell you tell yourself that you're going to accomplish these things. It's incredible how you actually overachieve many times. So my personal story is I'm going to tell you, but most of you are too young to even know, but there was a real famous entertainer when I was a kid and before, and I think I told this story in New York, and I think about this all the time. I used to watch his Christmas special with my grandmother when I was 6 and 7 and 8 years old, and it was the Bob Hope Christmas special. And she used to love Bob Hope. All the old people loved Bob Hope. He was a funny guy. He used to perform all over the world. And I told myself that I wanted to be on the Bob Hope show. I couldn't sing, I couldn't dance. I didn't know I didn't know how I was going to get on the Bob Hope show, but I wanted to get on the Bob Hope show because I wanted to see my grandmother see me on the Bob Hope show. Right, and I was a kid. Well, I became a first-team AP All-American field goal kicker, and every Christmas he used to have the AP All-American football team on his show, and he used to go on and tell say your name, your position, the school that you're from, and you could say something, and he'd say something funny about you. Well, I got on the Bob Hope show. So, you know, but somehow that was in the back. I don't know. It's amazing to me that happened. But I told myself I wanted to be on the show. Did that bring me any kind of money or any kind of, no, but it just proved to me that if you tell yourself something, lots of times not only will you accomplish it, but you'll do even more than you can imagine. So don't set your goals here. Ask him how to set your goals really high. Really high. I mean, don't be ridiculous, but be close to ridiculous, because it's amazing if you work at it. They'll come true lots of times.
This video was brought to you by Moneyberg.com. I want you to go to Moneyberg.com right now to see where you can meet me live when I come to a city near you. I want you to be part of our audience. I want you to be part of our elite success programs. I want you to be part of the fun. Most importantly, I want you to ensure your success and your financial independence working with me while we travel around the world and help people live their dreams. Go to Moneyberg.com. Success is closer than you think. It's waiting for you there.